Well, at least we're making progress. My terrible piano playing notwithstanding.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't fast forward through that. The perks of doing everything real time.
It happens.
At least we got in before it started raining.
No doubt. Would have hated to get wet. I mean, look at Jill's pants. They gotta be impossible to move in when they're wet.
Or at all, really.
Or at all. They are quite butt-hugging.
It's locked. Jill might be able to get it open.
Indeed she can.
Just don't activate any ceiling traps.
Ceiling traps?
Harry's not around to save us this time.
Oh, yeah. Good point. A computer. Still need one more password, apparently.
Spencer's Memoirs 1. I don't know if I should... I'm trying to decide if I should sound old for this. It's hard to say, like, when it was written. There's no date.
True.
Oswald E. Spencer, founded umbrella, as well as this chief executive officer, hereby proclaim myself as ruler of all mankind, as you do. Everyone shall prostrate themselves before me as they once did for the ancient false gods. At least that was what my destiny should have been. But I did not become a god. I could not sever my ties to my own weak humanity. Instead, my body is being destroyed by this damned disease, the disease of age. It has carved wrinkles in my face like a well-weathered canyon, and my arms are like the thin, withered branches of a dying tree. Age has even deprived me of the use of my legs. The only chance I'll ever have in becoming a god and shaping humanity's destiny is to stop this damned disease from continuing to ravage my body. I believe there is a saying about realizing the joys of life when one is at death's doorstep. Sayings like that are for the weak who are going to die. They attempt to mask their fears with pithy aphorisms. Mortals can't comprehend what life means for those whose death is not a concern. The ignorant are fond of making generalizations to include those who would not be party to their pedantic musings. I will undo this unjust travesty done to me by time, and I will present myself as the perfect being that will rule over all mankind. I will give them a new set of commandments to govern their lives. I'm gonna run a tournament. I was thinking of the Spencer Games, sponsored by Green Herbs.
Wow.
All that remains is to find the key to eternal life. The virus manufactured by Umbrella is that key.
I guess in a way it is.
Kinda, sorta.
It does reanimate a body and provide it with some form of energy to keep moving.
It suppresses the telomere shortening, which how appropriate, which negates the function that limits cell division. Somewhere in that process is the key to immortality. If the process could be perfected, that would be mine. I have the means available to me. I can realize my ambitions thanks to Alex.
Yep, it's all thanks to me. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Too bad I fucking hate humanity, so you should have expected this.
I lost much of human capital. I lost much in human capital following Umbrella's bankruptcy, but I still have Alex, the best and brightest of them all, and the last of my children. I have faith that if anyone can find a cure for the ailment of time that keeps me from assuming my role as the head of mankind, it is Alex. Alex will find a way.
I did not, sorry. I would be perfectly content with you dying too.
I think number 2 is over here.
I'll read this one. I just read the last one.
I have done everything Alex has asked me. Alex's ingenuity far surpasses those of normal people. We wait for the appropriate time, gather the necessary materials, and Alex continues to keep the operation running smoothly. Most children are held back by the limits of their own intellect, but not so with Alex. I've never witnessed anyone so adept at absorbing the talents of others simply by observing them. I could not be more pleased. Alex displays superior qualities to everyone else. I've provided everything Alex and the other researchers would need to conduct their research. Unlimited funding, top-of-the-line equipment, research materials, and an endless supply of test subjects. The only thing wanting is time. They will conduct their research on an isolated island in the South Seas that is home to an abandoned military installation from a nearby country. Alex has already gone there with a group of research assistants, research materials, and hundreds of test subjects. I waited in earnest for good tidings of their research. Instead, I received only a phone call a month later asking me to send more test subjects. How is it possible that they had gone through hundreds of test subjects in only a month?
Doesn't seem that hard to me.
As my frustration rose, Alex attempted to reassure me. You'll be pleased to hear all of my experiments are running smoothly. And so I continue to wait. There's another one over by the desk.
You mean the one behind the desk that I was reading?
No, like right here.
Spencer's Memoirs 3. Jesus.
I have waited, and still no word from the island. It has been a year since they left, and I have sent thousands upon thousands of test subjects for their research.
Appropriate.
As soon as Alex makes an improvement to the virus, the team administers it to another batch of test subjects. Unfortunately, they do not have time to study the virus before testing it. If it looks feasible, they proceed forward and see how the test subjects react to it. All of this is to be expected, I suppose. It's not Alex's fault.
Indeed not. It's not my fault. I don't have time to science appropriately.
I have been impatient, true, but the situation is dire. Age has not only worn down this worthless shell, but it has also attacked my internal organs and rendered many of them virtually useless. What little functionality I can eke out of them is only thanks to the machines attached to my body. Time is a merciless enemy. I am counting on you, Alex. Only you can give me the key to eternal life.
Oops, I beefed it.
I think there's another one here.
Oh, you're up.
Spencer's Memoirs 4. Finally, a report of success. The experiment was a success. The news alone has sent a new surge of energy coursing through my old crotchety veins. I feel rejuvenated. Last night's dinner even tasted sweeter. The wine more excellent. My butler, Patrick, is truly a culinary savant. Unfortunately, that joy was short-lived. Alex has disappeared. Where'd you go, Alex?
Oh.
Tahiti. How was Tahiti?
It's a magical place.
I'll accept that. Also, I would have accepted it sucked. I would be less concerned if that were the only regrettable report from the island. The other researchers are also nowhere to be found. Neither are the thousands of test subjects. And most importantly, all the research materials, including the final virus that was to make me a god, cannot be located. I have been betrayed. I have allowed myself to be betrayed again. I should have learned from my mistakes with Albert. Now my life stands on the edge of a knife. The only person I can trust is my loyal butler, Patrick. He is my last hope in locating the virus that will cure me of this wretched ailment. But is time on my side? That is the question that preoccupies my mind. Am I... And only the god I am to become can answer that question. I really hope there's not a number 5.
You would think that he would think at least, hey, maybe it was fucking Wesker that did that, not Alex, but...
Well, he's a crazy old man. What do you expect?
I mean, I would assume, before anything, that it was, Wesker. Because, I mean, he's not dead.
Yeah, but we're talking about Chris. He assumes everything wrong with the world is because of Wesker.
I mean, Spencer could have easily assumed it was Wesker that was responsible for Alex disappearing.
Yeah, true, I guess. Yep, there's a thing. Shoot the thing. I shot the thing. Oh, I bet I know what that is. Ooh, herb. Combine herbs.
I feel like I heard, a door or something.
Was it that sound?
It sounded like clanking metal. Well, I guess the question is, do we want to go back to the study? Or not the study, the fireplace? Or continue onward until we hit a brick wall? Or dead end?
Well, we can try going farther. I don't know where it's going to get us.
Oh, it's locked from the inside. Okay, never mind. I guess we're going back.
I guess so. Who's
Fire.
playing the piano?
I mean, we can go look.
Why don't we go look?
Well, I would switch to the Magnum if I were you.
Should we go, do other stuff first?
I can't even tell where that piano noise is coming from. If it's coming from where we were before, or...
Well, I only saw one piano. I would assume it's the same piano.
I forget that was on the West Wing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we gotta go back that way anyway. Fuck you, door. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, it should be this room. Or one close by, anyway.
Burned paper. It's heat sensitive, not unburnable. Well, I guess we can go check the piano room. Man, that door thing's bugging me.
Yeah, kinda.
Nothing?
Nobody here. That was weird.
Did the piano stop? I can't really tell.
Yeah, it did.
I am uncomfortable.
So am I.
But, like, when did the piano stop? When we got outside the door? When you walked into the door?
The moment I opened it.
Unsettling.
Where the hell are you?
Back in the lobby.
Oh, I'll be there in a sec.
I was just gonna head back to the computer room.
That was upstairs?
Downstairs. Pulling a Scooby-Doo, we're splitting up, gang. Good thing I don't have to do this manually. Oh look, more fucking memoirs. God.
Oh boy.
I have been at Master Spencer's employ for the majority of my adult life. As of late, however, I find his actions to be inscrutable. For example, he has taken every possible precaution to conceal his whereabouts from the outside world. For what reason, I do not know. Then one day he asked me to find a certain man and make him aware of the master's whereabouts. I do not know why he would go to such lengths to contact this man, but perhaps he wanted to see if someone could find him. The man in question is one Mr. Albert Wesker, a name I have not heard in quite a long time. I only met him once, and that was over 10 years ago. I am ashamed to admit that I cannot recall his face, because as head butler it is my job to remember people. Wait. I feel like those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Don't ask me, man.
The reason, I believe, is because of his eyes, those cold, unfeeling eyes that completely overshadowed his other features. At any rate, I have endeavored to get the information into Wesker's hands without letting on that it was Master Spencer's desire that he have that information. I know a certain unscrupulous individual who could put the information on the streets for the right price. He is the kind that does not care who he talks to. What made the individual I found of such importance is that he is in the employ of a female spy who has regular dealings with Wesker. I paid this man, I forget if his name was Roberto or Ricardo, more than he deserved and gave him the bare minimum of information necessary to fulfill Master Spencer's wishes. I dutifully carried out Master Spencer's directions to the letter. It was at this point that the situation took a more cryptic turn. The Master, he let me go, but I do not know why. I asked him for a reason, the only time I have ever questioned him, but he responded with only silence. I do not know what to do now. I am filled with a sense of loss. Everything I have ever known is gone. I dedicated my entire life to serving the Spencer household, and now the book has forcibly closed for no apparent reason. Suck it up, Buttercup. The only ones who will remain will be those untrustworthy security guards and the people imprisoned below the premises. I truly doubt the guards' ability to attend to all of Master Spencer's needs. Could it be that he plans on dying? No, he is not that type of man. He would not want to leave all of his affairs in such an unfinished state. Master Spencer must have some grand machinations at work that are beyond my ability to comprehend. At any rate, I can only obey his wishes and take my leave. I would be loyal to the end, even if it breaks my heart to do so. There is another file here. It looks to be a list of test subjects. Test subjects. 1. Hans. 2. Felicia. 3. Marco. 4. Jonah. 5. Irma. 6. Ken. 7. Laura.
That certainly is a generic list of names.
8. William. 9. Hero. Spelled with an I. 10. Derek. 11. Miles. 12. Alex. 13. Albert. The number of candidates has been limited to the 13 individuals listed above. Hooray! Progress.
Finally.
And, next time on Radical Bromance, more progress.
Indeed.